And a lot of women do it thinking they're actually making themselves look slimmer,
Right.
but it actually makes your hips look bigger.
So a lot of it from a posing standpoint is to feel, just kind of natural and comfortable, and that's kind of your natural state.
There's a lot of people that are wondering, how do I take good pictures and everything? And I know one of the things I recommend to people all the time is you're watching Chic Innovator. Stay tuned for fascinating topics, fascinating people that have style and are innovative. So, Alex, a lot of people are always asking me some of the key points. And I know one of the things, there's a lot of people that are wondering, how do I take good pictures and everything? And I know one of the things I recommend to people all the time is you got to find what your good side is, right?
Yeah.
Because everybody has a good side. So I think that's really, really important.
There you go.
Yeah.
You already found your kind of your more
and
dominant side, which is that left side of your face. And even where you do your hair, you already kind of open it, right? You just naturally do that, right?
And that's really critical for people, right? Begin 101, right?
Yeah, I mean, for one, you feel comfortable in that pose. So a lot of it from a posing standpoint is to feel, just kind of natural and comfortable, and that's kind of your natural state.
I know another thing that people, that's really important, people forget, is angling slightly. But if you've every part of your body that you can create an angle, try to do so, because then that causes for you to be able to see the shape. So like if you put both of your hands on your hips, for example, and you're elongating, she's quite tall, but it's a big difference if you're closing in as
100%.
and elongating.
So even just like that first pose that you did, what I see right there is I look for angles and I look for triangles. So I see triangles, like we like to see 3 triangles sometimes. You have that one between your arm and then by your right knee. I see a triangle there, and then even just like your hair, I see a triangle there too. But even just the 2 right there, it just looks more flattering than say just facing us straight on.
And you could create another triangle. There you go.
Yeah.
And that makes such a difference. So
I like how your back. It really starts with the spine. You're not slouched over. You're creating that S shape already naturally with that. You're curving your back, right?
it's important that it looks natural. And so the more you practice that, the more natural that it ends up being.
Yeah, you do have to kind of step out of your comfort with the angles, the posing, try different positioning, things of that sort. Lean forward, lean back.
And elongate. From closing in to elongating and giving us the Taylor Swift. Yeah. Remember, create angles.
Shifting the weight on your hips, leaning forward. Those can also be, create some nice shaping as well. Yeah, just like that. And then like your head, like sometimes what people try to do to get a little more chiseled face is to kind of like pull your jaw a little bit more forward and stick your neck like a little more along, think like a giraffe a little bit, but not too forced.
But then go to the side.
Yes. That looks good too.
There you go.
You can see a nice jawline.
You don't want to go straight. You want to create, again, that angle.
Yeah.
Right? That makes a huge difference.
Basically, there's 2 different looks here. When you cross your legs, there's a difference there, right? Your hips will pop more.
Your hips will pop more. And a lot of women do it thinking they're actually making themselves look slimmer.
Right.
But it actually makes your hips look bigger.
Versus just that one leg forward.
But lean back.
Yeah. So that makes you look longer and actually slims your hip.
Now, kind of the old-fashioned, but still very relevant, is you're trying to create an S.
You'll see that a lot on the red carpet.
The other thing that a lot of them forget is that wherever you put your hands, that will emphasize it more. So your waist, right? Or your hips, or even your leg. But you could use your hands to...
Definitely, you can use your hands.
To create a waist.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you can...
It's like pointing at your hips and your
Yeah.
waist.
See, that actually makes your waist look smaller, puts the emphasis on the waist, but your hands create it so that your waist looks smaller. And then should they be moving a lot or moving a little when you're taking pictures? What do you recommend?
So I always reference like Coco Roca. If you ever watch any of her videos, she's very kind of very eccentric movement, a lot of lines. So yeah, you definitely can do like, but these are people that know like these poses and they know what state to go into from here to here. But I always kind of also like even subtle movements. One hand to the shoulder, to back down. Yeah, very subtle. Slight shift in the hip. Slight lean forward, lean back. Very subtle for me. But like you want to be able to capture it. You can't try not to move like too much unless that's your goal. But like you want to be able to move, but have the photographer or whoever's capturing be able to capture before you move too quick.
So go straight and then move to the side. It
Foot
slows you
forward.
down right away. Yeah.
Yeah,
That makes a big
your waist
difference.
looks slimmer that way.
Yes. Any other pointers? Because everybody now they have their phones. So should they be taking pictures low up in order to look taller or high down?
You're trying to create like make look someone taller, then you try to shoot low, right?
Okay.
But you gotta also
So you
be
shoot
careful.
low. Okay.
You just gotta be careful, right? Because when you shoot low, sometimes you can get the double chin action. So luckily she's just naturally skinny. So if I were to shoot pretty low, she wouldn't. It wouldn't
I don't want you to shoot low with me. I'm just gonna say. I mean, I like shooting low, but I think in that instance, if a photographer is going to do that, it's going to elongate you. And I tell people, watch your chin, pull it down a little bit, because if you, down and out, because people forget that, and then all you're getting is chin.
But you do see like a lot of people when they're doing selfies, they like to put it up because it is flattering to kind of shoot down as well sometimes because it makes it look slimmer. Right?
Yeah, especially on a selfie, right? On a selfie, yeah. And I have given out this trick, people, but if you're going to do a selfie, put a 2-second timer on it so you can position everybody. That's my little secret, and it works.
So looking at someone sitting in a chair, we're going to look at two different poses, right?
Right.
And the different emotions that they kind of elicit. So here's just kind of waiting to, you're at a classroom just listening to a lecture or whatnot, right? Pretty straightforward. You look relaxed, right? And then just kind of a little more sluggish, lean back.
You want to elongate.
So it's a different emotion, right?
Again, to the side, even when you're sitting, it makes you look slimmer, makes you look longer.
And then you almost have a glimmer of that, a different attitude, if you will. It's kind of like, I won't say I don't care, but it's a little more like, more of a fashion kind of like, I'm cool kind of look.
Yeah. Depending on what you're doing it for, if it's very fashion, they don't want you to smile. But if you have a beautiful smile, studies have shown, especially for women, the audience loves a smile.
Yeah.
Look at the difference. It just adds a different
It lightens
weight.
the room, right?
It really does. Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. It kind of depends on the objective of what you're trying to do. Are you doing a corporate shot? You want to be welcoming to your clients? You
Yes.
want to look like someone who's not approachable, right?
Right.
So,
right. And I think practice makes perfect. So people at home, if you've got a lot of events that you have to go to, or you take pictures, even if you're not a model, go ahead and get a chair and practice in front of the mirror, right?
Yeah,
or
yeah.
stand up and create those angles in front of a mirror.
you got to practice, and it's fun.
And it's
right?
fun.
So,
Make it fun.
Again, some of the purpose of getting these pictures is to document, and it's always nice to see like, hey, this is what I was doing 5 years from now, and this is how I looked 5 years ago. So take as many, like, I'm advocate for taking as many pictures as possible.
Yeah.
Right?
And we look the same.
Yeah.
It's 10 years we look the same. But anyway, thank you for this. Thank
Yeah,
you. I think
thank
this
you for
was
having
great. Yeah, it's fun.